Brian Nickel and Corey Riddle back here at Fort Morgan High School as they're introducing the starters for the Lady Sterling Tigers, and we will go ahead and give you those. The Fort Morgan, the starting lineup for the Sterling Tigers is sophomore Brooke Polens, senior Kylie Chavez, senior Jenna Kellogg, senior Taylor Knudsen, and a freshman Abby Hedges. And the Fort Morgan Mustangs starting lineup is brought to you by Cargill. Cargill is committed to feeding the world in a responsible way by reducing environmental impact and continuously improving products and processes. Learn about Cargill's story of commitment at www.cargill.com. Starting for your Lady Mustangs tonight is a freshman Allie Christensen. Freshman Allie Christensen. Junior Kelsey Shaver, junior Haley Shaver, and junior Haley Lewis, and senior Abby Mussman. And the rest of the players for your Fort Morgan Mustangs is Kaylee Manzano, a sophomore, Anna Wheatley, a freshman, Maddie Griffith, a sophomore, Riley Bauman, a junior, and sophomore Kelsey Klaus. Head coach is Andy Schoen. JV coach is Dennis Strumke, and the C-team coach is Carlos Gutierrez. Coaches for the Sterling Tigers is Kent Christman. Assistant coach is Christine Hamill and Paula Edel. So, basketball season underway here already, and Game 1 here on B106 and B106.com. The opening tip is brought to you by Ingmeyer Phillips Insurance. Looking to find insurance for your car, home, or even for you? Call Ingmeyer Phillips Insurance with 2 locations in Brush and Fort Morgan. They can help you with your home, car, health, or life insurance questions or provide a quote. And they had a tip, and they're going to re-tip as Haley Lewis goes to the center court. The tip is won by the Sterling Tigers, and wide open underneath for the layup is going to be Brooke Polens with the early basket here, and full court pressure by the Tigers as the ball is into, they're going to kick it back out now to Hallie Shaver. Now on the other side to Mussman. Now that pass into the center is going to be tipped away by Polens. Gets it into the hands of Taylor Knudsen, and she gets it down court quickly to Kellogg. Now back to Knudsen up top to Polens on the far side to Chavez. Chavez also a good player for the Sterling Tigers. They come in ranked number 2 in 3A, and that ball is going to be up and no good. Rebounded by Hallie Shaver. And a foul, and that is going to be called on they're saying number 32, but that would be on Fort Morgan. Is there 32 out there? 32 over here is going to be for Abby Brower. It's going to be her first. So one team foul as the Fort Morgan Mustangs get the ball down court into the hands of Allie Christensen. Try to get it underneath. Now it's going to be a turnover by the Fort Morgan Mustangs as Abby Mussman not able to control the pass underneath. So kind of mid-court pressure here by the Lady Mustangs. Now there's going to be a foul called on the Mustangs. I believe that is going to be on Allie Christensen. And it is. That will be her first, team first. Tigers with the ball inbounds out of Polens. Now to Chavez, over to Polens once again, out over on the right side. And 3 is up and going to be short, but rebounded underneath to Brower. And they're going to call a foul underneath. And that is going to be on number 10, Kelsey Shaver. Be her first, team second. Tigers with the ball inbound. Shot is going to be up and good, and that is going to be Kylie Chavez, her first bucket of the night. As the Mustangs are down 4-0 here early on, though, as a steal at the mid-court by the Tigers. Brower now over into the corner to Knudsen as she drives in. Now she's going to kick it out to Polens, and that is going to be off the backboard and no good. There's going to be a foul called underneath. That looks like that's going to be Kelsey Shaver's second foul. So quickly 2 fouls on Kelsey Shaver as the Tigers get the ball in on the far side. Polens drives it, now kicks it out into the corner. Now they try to go underneath and get it inbound or into the paint. Shot is going to be up and no good as Christensen comes away with the rebound. It's going to be a steal, though, underneath. Now there's going to be a foul called on the shot against the Mustangs. And that will be on Christensen. That will be her second. So free throws coming up here for Knudsen, and that first one is up and good. For her first point of the game, 5-0 Sterling. 5:36 left here in the first period. Next shot is going to be off the front of the rim and no good. Rebounded by Haley Lewis. Get the ball up court. Another steal in the backcourt. Ball is going to be down court. Get it into the hands of number 11, Jenna Kellogg, and they're going to call her for the double dribble. So Fort Morgan inbounds back court, far side. Abby Mussman to get the ball in. She gets it in to Hallie Shaver. Now into the hands of Mussman. Picks up her dribble back to Shaver out on the high left wing. Shaver takes a dribble now over to Kaylee Manzano, who has come into the game for the Mustangs. Now into Haley Lewis into the lane, and she is going to be fouled on the shot. And that foul will go against Brower. That will be her second. So Haley Lewis to the line to shoot 2. And that free throw is off the side of the rim and no good. Haley Lewis not having a real good year so far at the free throw line. She's like 8 of 20 or so, somewhere in there. And that second one is also up and no good, but rebounded into the corner to Mussman. Now back to Lewis, and she's going to go up strong, but the shot is up and no good. And now a foul on the be a blocking foul on the Mustangs. They're going to call that on Haley Lewis. It'll be her first. Sterling gets the ball into the back court. Now up into the front court into the hands of Knudsen. Now trying to get it underneath, but knocked out of bounds by Manzano. Nice hustle there by the sophomore Keely Manzano. Sterling now to get the ball in out high over onto the right side now. Gets across court to Polens. Now they back it back out to the top to Chavez. Chavez picks up her dribble. Now a 3 from the far side, and that is up and no good. Rebounded to the Tigers as they pop it back outside. Now over on the left side underneath. Now pop it over here into the left corner for Polens, and that shot is going to be up and no good. Rebounded to the Mustangs, Haley Lewis. Get the ball down court, and that ball is going to be stolen down at the far end as they get the ball back up into the front court to Polens. Now underneath, that shot is going to be up and good by Lauren Luft. So 30-second timeout is going to be taken here by the Fort Morgan Mustangs. This Fort Morgan Mustangs timeout is brought to you by Ehrlich Toyota East. Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Ehrlich Toyota East in Fort Morgan will fit you into the car or truck of your choice. Serving all of Northeast Colorado, Ehrlich Toyota East.
So far what I can see, Brian, is that the Mustangs need to focus on not letting the Tigers get the turnovers on them there and not letting them steal the ball from them.
And then you need to control their turnovers, that's for sure. So Sterling with their full court press once again is Mussman to inbounds here in the backcourt. She gets it into Lewis. Back to Mussman. Mussman back to Lewis. Now to Shaver, but that ball is going to be knocked away. Turnaround jumper is going to be up and no good. Rebounded by the Tigers as they whip the ball around the edge here. Rebounded to Lewis on the missed shot. Now another turnover by the Mustangs, taken back by the Mustangs on the missed shot as they get the ball into the hands of Kelsey Shaver. Now to Mussman in the right corner. Gets it back out to Hallie Shaver to Manzano on the left corner. She gets it back out. Now that ball is going to be taken away by the Kylie Chavez. As the Mustangs still scoreless here first period as the Lady Tigers up 7-0. Plens hands off to Kellogg. Now Chavez drives it in. Her pass down low is going to go to left, and her shot is going to be up and good. Now another steal in the back court by the Sterling Tigers. They get the ball inbound, or get the ball into the paint, and that foul is going to be on Abby Mussman, I believe, as that will send Brooke Polens to the line to shoot two. So Mussman's first.
So far I have 7 turnovers for the Mustangs and 1 for the Lady Tigers. As far as rebounds go, I have 8 for the Mustangs and 5 for the Tigers.
So Polens with her first free throw is up and good, making it 10-0 contest. Now the second one up and good to make it 11-0 here. Lady Tigers with 2:37 to go first period. Kelsey Shaver in the back court, but they need to try to get it up court as Maddie Griffith has come into the game for the Mustangs. Allie Christensen also back into the game for the Mustangs. Manzano pinned on the near side, gets it out top to Griffith. Now back to Griffith from Christensen as the Lady Mustangs work their offense. Christensen's shot is going to be off the back of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Haley Lewis. They just can't buy a shot. Lewis gets another shot on the rebound, but she is going to be fouled. And that will be, they said number 25. I didn't see it's going to be on number 24. Cassidy Paxton.
That first one is up and good.
Good for her. Finally broke the ice here for Haley Lewis. 1 of 3 so far from the free throw line. Next shot is going to be off the back of the rim and no good. Rebounded by Kelsey Shaver. Now Manzano out on the right wing. Manzano out to Christensen as that ball was meant for Griffith, but she had cut to the basket, but nice recovery by Allie Christensen. Ball into the paint, and now to Lewis on that left side, and her shot is going to be blocked, but they're going to call a foul on the shot. And I believe that will be on number 12, Luft. That's Haley Lewis back to the line. To shoot two. That first one is up and good for Lewis. didn't put the point up there yet. It should be 11-2.
Yeah.
Next free throw is off the back of the rim and no good. I don't know why they didn't put the point up, but there we go. Now it's 11-2. As the Tigers work their ball in their end of the offense. Number 3 out there, Taylor Huss. She hands it off to Paxton. Paxton now back to Luft as the Lady Tigers work the perimeter. With a minute now left here in the first period. With another steal by Haley Lewis. And she looks like she's going to take it coast to coast on the layup, and that is going to be up and good for Haley Lewis. So 11-4 for the Tigers. And that 3 is going to be up and good by number 4. That is Kendall Feather. Mustangs with the ball in court now as they work to get it up into the front court to get it into the hands of Haley Lewis. Ball is going to be off the hands and out of bounds off of Christensen. So another turnover by the Lady Mustangs as Riley Bauman has come into the game for the Mustangs. The Shaver twins are out. Manzano is out. 17 seconds left here in the first period and counting as a 3 is going to be taken from up top and no good. Rebounded by Maddie Griffith. They're going to call her for the travel. So another turnover here by the Lady Mustangs as they're down 10 with 8.8 seconds left in the first period. 6 team fouls on the Mustangs. That shot up and no good. Rebounded by the Tigers. Shot from up top, and that is going to roll off and no good. Rebounded by Christensen. So outside the first period, they'll come to an end with the Lady Mustangs at 14-4 on B106 and B106.com. Brian Nickel and Corey Riddle back here at Fort Morgan High School as the Lady Mustangs find themselves down by 10 to start the second period by a score of 14-4. 6 team fouls for the Mustangs, 4 for the Lady Tigers as the Mustangs with first possession here to start this second period. Messman on the far sideline keeps that dribble alive. Now kicks it out to Shaver. It'll be Hallie Shaver out at the top. Now Christensen from up above, and that shot is going to be up and good for the 3. 14-7 now, Tigers. Zone defense by the Lady Mustangs. Shot is going to be up and good on the turnaround by Taylor Knudsen for her first 2-point basket of the game. Kelsey Shaver now to Hallie Shaver. Pass down court to Christensen, and she's going to back it back out to Mussman. Now to Hallie Shaver. Mussman on the left wing, back to Shaver at the top, over to Riley Bauman at the right wing. Christians turns for another 3, and that is up and good. Back-to-back threes by Allie Christensen. Just a freshman. Make this now a 6-point game, 16-10.
That's what we need.
Looks like it was a nice shot that she has out there, too. Sterling now running the weave. That's a double dribble turnover by the Tigers. So the Mustangs to inbounds far side as they get into Hallie Shaver. Gets it across the timeline. Now back out to Christensen, back to Shaver, to Mussman on the left high wing. Christensen on the high right wing. Now Hallie Shaver gets it off to Mussman out on the left wing. She drives baseline, kicks it back out to Shaver. She goes cross court to Christensen. She's going to stop and get it back out to Mussman out on the left wing. Christensen picks up the dribble as the Mustangs work the offense around, but then they end up throwing the ball away. underneath, and the Sterling Tigers come up with it. Now a deep three from the far side is going to be up and no good. Rebounded by Allie Christensen. And she is caught in the corner, but I believe she is going to be fouled in the corner. We'll see if that's going to be on number 24, and that is Cassidy Paxton. Her second. As the Tigers get a couple of players in. So the Mustangs with Abby Musman, Hallie Shaver, Kelsey Shaver, Allie Christensen, and Riley Bauman on the floor right now as they get it up to Musman across the timeline. Now back to Shaver out of the point. Shaver picks up her dribble back over to Musman. So the Lady Mustangs keeping it close here, but they're going to call, they called a 3-second, nope, they called a foul on Riley Bauman underneath. That will be her first. So 16-10 Tigers as they get the ball up across half court with Kylie Chavez. Now she's going to hand it off to Knudsen. Now they're going to call a travel as Polan's got the ball. She took about 3 steps. So a turnover here by Sterling as the Mustangs get the ball in. Haley Lewis back into the game. Riley Bauman to take a seat as Coach Andy Schoen up giving directions for the his players out there. Christensen for another 3, but long rebound, and that is going to go back to the Mustangs. Musman with a shot up and no good as they fight for it underneath. Now there's going to be a foul over the back, and we'll see who that goes on. That might be Kelsey Shaver. It looked like they called that on Abby Musman. Be her second. And that is sending, can't see who that is for sure, going to the free throw line for a 1-and-1.
That is Lauren Luft.
That first free throw is up and good. Thank you, Corey. So she will earn a second. Allie Christensen out. Keely Manzano in for the Mustangs. Second free throw is going to be up and off the back of the rim and no good. Rebounded by Hallie Shaver. Shaver gets the ball up quickly to Manzano. Manzano is going to be double teamed over on the far side. They're going to call a jump ball. And that possession arrow goes to the Sterling Tigers as they will inbound it in the backcourt as they walk it up slowly across the timeline. 17-10 Tigers with 4 minutes and 10 seconds left here, second period. Little weave go on out here for the Tigers as Polenz hands it off now to Taylor Huss. She's being guarded by Manzano. She hands it off out high now over to Knudsen as they work this ball around. Good defense here really by the Mustangs. Yeah. Now a deep 3. That's going to be up and good.
I'm really impressed on the plays that they're putting up right now.
That 3 is up and good now to Musman. She's going to drive it in now. Her pass is going to go out of bounds on the far side. So another turnover here by the Lady Mustangs. Back up to a 10-point lead here with 3:20 left here, or 3:26, excuse me, left here in the first half. Brooke Polenz hands it off now out to Huss. Now a 3 is going to be up, and that is going to be no good by Knudsen. And that ball goes out of bounds. That will be Fort Morgan ball as Maddie Griffith comes in. And Abby Musman to take a seat. They get the ball into Lewis on the far side. ball tipped out of bounds by the Tigers, so that will be Fort Morgan ball as they get the ball into the back court to Hallie Shaver, now to Griffith, back to Shaver. Manzano back to Shaver at the top, over to Griffith. Zone defense by the Lady Tigers. 2:48 to go here, first period, 20-10 Tigers. As the Mustangs show some good patience here, trying to work their offense. And a deep three is going to be up and good by Hallie Shaver. So 3 threes in this second period by the Mustangs. 9 points come by the way behind the arc. Cuts it to 20-13. Layup is going to be up and good by Chavez. Tigers still their full court press. Lewis now to Manzano over on the far side, but that's going to be a steal by the Tigers. That is going to be up and good by Knudsen, as that was a little bunny right at the basket. So Fort Morgan to call just a 30-second timeout. So we'll keep it here. Equitable Savings and Loan, proud to be Northeast Colorado's locally owned hometown savings and loan with locations in Fort Morgan, Sterling, and Brush. They are available 24/7 for your banking needs.
I like what I'm seeing from the Mustangs here tonight. They're putting up a really good fight against these Sterling Tigers. Their defense is really good tonight. They just, I mean, the first period there, they just couldn't seem to make any baskets on all the shots that were taken. But I mean, lately they've been doing a little bit better.
Yeah, they had some good open looks. They were just weren't getting the bounce. And this Sterling team is ranked number 2 in the state in 3A, so
their defense is pretty good.
They're
to say the least.
They're holding with them right now. They got to that 10-point gap, and that's about where it stayed right now.
Yep.
Now another steal that's knocked away from Maddie Griffith from behind. Sterling to take over possession as they're going to get it underneath, and that little shot is going to be up and good by Luft. 7 points on the night for Luft. Shaver twins working the ball in the back court. Hallie Shaver now gets it to Kelsey. They're going to get it underneath to Lewis, and her shot is going to be no good, but she is going to be fouled on the shot.
We'll take them.
And that will go on Kylie Chavez. That is her first. Team 6th. But Haley Lewis to shoot 2. That first one is in and out. So not real good luck here from the free throw line tonight for Lewis. Abby Mussman back into the game. Manzano comes out. Next free throw is up and good by Lewis. Tigers get it up into the front court. Kendall Feather hands it off to Knudsen. Chavez now gets it into the lane, and that shot is going to be up and no good, knocked to the floor, but nothing called, and they're going to call a travel on the Mustangs as Mussman goes to the floor with control. Knudsen to inbound left of their basket. Get it out front to Huss. Huss now hands it off to Chavez. Out high now back over to Huss on the left wing, back to Chavez over on the far side to Feather. Kicks it out to Huss in the left corner. That shot is going to be up and no good. Tipped around, and that will be, I thought that was off of the Sterling Tigers, but they're going to say it was off of Fort Morgan. 34.7 seconds left here first half. The Mustangs down 12 by 12, 26-14. Left now over into the corner. They're going to get it underneath, and that little turnaround is going to be up, but no good. Rebounded, though, to the Tigers, and that is going to be Knudsen with the bucket. 7 points on the night, down to 10 seconds here in the second period. Get it underneath to Haley Lewis. Her shot is up and no good, but they're going to call a foul on the shot. And that is going to be on number 12, Lauren Luff, to be her second. 8 team fouls on the Mustangs, 7 on Sterling. First free throw is nothing but net for Haley Lewis. (28-15). Second free throw is off the back of the rim and no good. Sterling shot at the buzzer is up and no good. So at the end of the first half of play, it is the Lady Sterling Tigers up by 13, 28-15 on your Fort Morgan Lady Mustangs here on B106 and B106.com. Ryan Nickel and
Corey Riddle
back here at Fort Morgan High School as the Lady Mustangs are getting themselves pumped up here to get this second half going. But they have a lot of this Mustang team is a fairly young team, really. They only have one senior, and that's Abby Mussman. And some good-looking freshmen out there. I haven't seen Autumn Wheatley come into the game yet, a freshman. Not sure I even see her out on the court right now. But Allie Christensen is a freshman. Kelsey Shaver is a junior. Maddie Griffith is a sophomore. Hallie Shaver is a junior. Riley Bauman is a junior. Haley Lewis is a junior. And Kelsey Klaus is a sophomore. So a lot of good young talent coming up here for the Lady Mustangs as they will get first possession here. 8 minutes up on the clock here. The Mustangs down by 13, 28-15. But we'll see if we can
close that gap.
Change that here as they get first possession. Allie Christensen. Mussman now out to Shaver. Christensen back to Shaver. Now to Christensen. That ball is kicked by Chavez. So that will be a stoppage of play as Mussman the inbounds in front of the Mustang bench. Get it to Hallie Shaver. Christensen back out to Shaver. They're playing catch over on the far side now to Mussman. Mussman takes a few dribbles now across court, and that is going to be turnover number 1 here in the second half as Sterling gets the ball down court quickly into the hands of Chavez. Chavez over to Polens. She's going to hand off to Paxton. She's being guarded by Christensen. Now Polens will lose the ball out of bounds. So a turnover by the Sterling Tigers. Back-to-back turnovers here on each team. As that first minute has ticked away here in the third period. Christensen gets it in to Kelsey Shaver. Kelsey Shaver back out to Christensen for her 3, and that is up and no good. And that is going to be rebounded by the Sterling Tigers in Taylor Knudsen. Far side to Knudsen, now to Polens over in the corner. Polens stops and pops from out. Looks like it's going to be just a 2 for Polens. So 6 points on the night for Polens as the Tigers with some backcourt pressure. Now they're going to get the ball cross court up to Hallie Shaver, now over to Christensen. So 15-point lead here, 30-15 Tigers. As that ball is going to be tipped out of bounds, they say by Chavez. So Christensen to inbounds for the Lady Mustangs in front of their own bench, gets it into Shaver. zone defense played by the Lady Tigers, as the Mustangs not able to penetrate that defense as they Brian Nickel and
Corey Riddle
back here at Fort Morgan High School as the Lady Mustangs down 19, 34-15. This was a 13-point game at halftime. As the Lady Mustangs get the ball into Griffith. Cross court now to Manzano. And her pass is going to be over the head of Kylie Shaver. But that ball is going to be taken by Brooke Polens, and she is going to be fouled on the layup. So she will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. She was 2 of 2 in the first period. So we will see if she can knock down a couple of more free throws. And that shot is off the front of the rim and no good. So Riley Bauman into the game for the Mustangs. Kelsey Shaver to take a seat. High Plains Bank offers a wide variety of products that can be customized to fit your individual needs. See what over a century of customer service can do for you at High Plains Bank in Wiggins. Next free throw is in and out, so she misses them both. Hallie Shaver with the rebound. Mustangs get the ball. Try to get it out of the corner. They do to Maddie Griffith. Now back to Shaver, now to Manzano. She's going to put a 3 up, and that is up and good by Kaylee Manzano. Her first bucket of the night comes from behind the arc. 34-18 with 3:10 left here, third period. Chavez with the ball out high, gets it now over to Abby Brower. Now over on the far side, that's number 3 over there, Taylor Huss. That is going to be a steal by the Lady Mustangs. They get the ball to Manzano. Left wing now to Shaver out high. Griffith back to Shaver to Manzano to Shaver to Griffith as the Lady Mustangs.
can't find his spot, can he?
Now Haley Lewis gets her shot blocked from the back. And the Tigers come away with it. Kelsey Shaver ready to come into the game for the Mustangs. 2:20 to go here, third period. The Mustangs down 34-18. Another turnover by the Tigers, and they're going to call a travel as Maddie Griffith goes to the floor. So Haley Lewis comes out, Kelsey Shaver into the game. So the Shaver twins in, Maddie Griffith, Riley Bauman, and Kaylee Manzano. That shot is going to be up and no good, but they're going to call a foul on the shot. It's kind of an underhanded shot. We'll see. And that will go against Hallie Shaver. That's her first. That will send Kylie Chavez to the line for the first time tonight. Left-handed shot. Now it's up and good for Chavez. 10 points on the night for Chavez. So Mussman back in for Shaver. As Kylie Chavez with the left-handed shot is up and good. Sterling with a substitution. I can hear number 15, Peyton Huss, into the game for the Tigers as the Mustangs having a little difficulty controlling the ball. Maddie Griffith out high now to Mussman as she's over on the left wing. She drives the baseline, kicks it out to Manzano. She's guarded, double teamed on the far side. Now the shot from the baseline is up and no good. Rebounded by Kendall Feather. She gets the ball up court, being guarded by Manzano. Picks up the dribble now. Now into the hands of Jenna Kellogg. Cross court to Abby Brower as they get it now underneath on the shot, and there's going to be a foul on the shot. And that foul will go on Maddie Griffith. That will be her first. And that will send Kendall Feather to the line to shoot 2, and that free throw is up and good. 4 points on the night for Feather. So she will shoot number 2, and that one is off the front of the rim and no good. Run down in the corner, though, by Feather. So not a good job boxing out there by the Mustangs. Nice job by Maddie Griffith on the steal out front. She's going to go up for the left-handed layup, and that is going to roll off the front of the rim and no good. Rebounded by Kellogg. Now Feather gets it up across half court with 50 seconds left here, third period. Mustangs down 19, 37-18. As they do the weave, now they're going to go underneath. They're going to say, they're going to call a foul, I believe, on number 12 left. So that shot was no good. So that is, they have 3 on left. They're showing 2. Pass out to Griffith, 28 seconds. Mussman with the 3, and that is off the rim and no good. Rebounded by the Sterling Tigers. As they get it into the hands of Kellogg. Now Feather back to Huss out top. Peyton Huss now gets it underneath, and that is going to be a foul on the Lady Mustangs. And that foul will be on Kelsey Shaver, her third. And that sends Lauren Luft to the line to shoot 2, where she is 1 of 2 so far tonight with 3.8 seconds left here, third period. That free throw is up and good. 8 points on the night for Luft. Next free throw is off the back of the rim and no good. Rebounded by Bauman. Griffith with a shot at the buzzer, and that is just off the front of the rim and no good. So after 3, the Lady Mustangs down 38-18 on B106 and B106.com. Brian Nickel and Corey Riddle back here at Fort Morgan High School. Mustangs down 20, 38-18. We'll see if they can cut into this. They were outscored in that third period, 10-3. Those 3 points came from behind the arc from Kaylee Manzano. Lady Tigers with possession here to start this fourth period, and they turn it over on their first possession. Hallie Shaver, over to Mussman, right wing. Now she takes a couple of dribbles cross court to Hallie Shaver, and that shot is going to be up and good for Shaver. 5 points on the night for Shaver. As Lady Mustangs fall back into a man-to-man defense. Lady Tigers get the ball underneath to Chavez. Now they're going to kick it back out high to Paxton, and she's being guarded by Kelsey Shaver. Chavez now out on the high left wing, a deep 3, and that is off the front of the rim and no good. Rebounded by Haley Lewis. Christensen back out to Shaver out at the point, back to Christensen left wing. Christensen out high to Abby Mussman off of her hands, but she chases it down just before half court. Christensen on the left wing is Andy Schoen, the head coach of the Lady Mustangs, giving some advice here. Shot is up and good on the rebound. by Kelsey Shaver, her first 2 of the night. As the Tigers bring the ball up across half court. Chavez being guarded by Hallie Shaver. Now she's going to kick it off to Polans. Now to Knudsen in the right corner. Her shot is going to be up and no good. Rebounded by Chavez. Now in the lane, that shot is going to be up and no good by Polans, but fouled on the shot. And that foul will go on Hallie Shaver. Have 2 for her.
Not as much zone defense by the Lady Mustangs as I'm seeing by the Tigers.
No, they're just that free throw is going to be up and good by Polans. 3 of 5 so far from the free throw line for Polans. 39-22 Tigers. That free throw up and also good. 8 points on the night for Polans as the Mustangs get the ball in. Haley Lewis brings it down the right side all the way into the lane. Now she's going to kick it back out, and she is bumped. Now they're going to have a foul called on the far side. And that will be Kylie Chavez with her second. As Kelsey Shaver with the inbounds far side, she gets it into Griffith. Griffith to Christensen on the high right wing. 40-22 Sterling. As they look to get the ball underneath. Now they're going to have a foul called on Knudsen on the push. That is only her first. As Mussman will inbounds in front of the Mustang bench. Down 18, 40-22 with 5:19 here in the fourth period. Now we have a hold on the far side, and that will go against Cassidy Paxton, I believe. Cassidy Paxton with her third. Substitution now for the Tigers as Kellogg comes in for Paxton. Griffith now gets it over to Mussman out at the high left wing. Mussman picks up her dribble now. She's going to get it to Griffith. To Christensen on the right wing. Back out to Griffith to Mussman. 4:57 to go here, fourth period. They try to get the ball in to Haley Lewis. That shot off the backboard is no good, but rebounded by Lewis. And now they're going to call a foul move on Knudsen. Nope, who did they call that on? They called that on. They called it on 24. I don't think she's even. Okay, on number 21. Taylor Knudsen, that is her second. Get the ball into Christensen. Now a turnover here on the near side as Griffith loses the ball out of bounds. 4:42 left here in the game. Mustangs down 40-22. Each team right now with 5 team fouls. As the Lady Tigers look to take the air out of the ball here a little bit. Do the weave out front, off the foot of Polans. Chavez picks it up. Now she's going to kick it out to Feather. And that shot is going to be up and no good. Rebounded into the corner. And a jump ball is going to be called. And that will be possession now to the Lady Mustangs. As Hallie Shaver into the game for Mussman. Shaver to Christensen. Christensen with a quick three, and that is up and no good. Hustle by Kelsey Shaver, but off of Shaver and out of bounds. Into the game is Taylor Huss. for Polens. Chavez gets the ball up across half court, walks it up slowly as she's being guarded by Hallie Shaver. Now we have a collision over on the far side. We'll see it's a blocking foul on Kelsey Shaver. I have 4 on Shaver. Now a foul called before the inbounds, and that's going to go against Sterling on a illegal screen. See who that went on. That's going to go on number 11, Jenna Kellogg, her first. So Riley Bauman back into the game for the Lady Mustangs. Christensen cross court to Griffith. Griffith behind the line, and that 3 is up and no good. Rebounded though by Haley Lewis. On the putback, 8 points on the night for Lewis. Now Chavez walks the ball up slowly across half court, being guarded by Haley Shaver. Now they're going to call an offensive foul on the Lady Mustang, or on the Lady Tigers, and that's going to go on, I believe, Brooke Polens, I believe. They're going to call that on Jenna Kellogg. So the Mustangs now in possession. They get it to Maddie Griffith, now out to Haley Shaver. Being closely guarded. Now they're going to call that an offensive foul on Shaver out front. So Shaver with her 3rd. Yeah, they got her with 4. Missed one somewhere along the way. Sterling gets the ball into the hands of Chavez. Over to Polens. 2:50 to go here, 4th period. 40-24, Lady Tigers. Up high now over to Polens. Chavez out high with the ball. She's going to dribble down the right side. That ball is going to be into the hands of Abby Brower for the layup. And that will be her first bucket of the game. So it looks like Sterling has called a timeout. So we'll take a short one with them here, with the Mustangs down 42-24 on B106 and B106.com. Back here at Fort Morgan High School, the Lady Mustangs down 42-24. With 2:28 to go here in the game. And Fort Morgan possession at the far end of the court as Griffith will inbounds to Hallie Shaver. Shaver across the timeline gets to Christensen out at the high left wing. Back out to Shaver. Griffith to Christensen from the left elbow, and that shot is going to be up and no good. Rebounded by Polens. She gets the ball up quickly into the front court, now hands it off to Chavez. Over to Huss, now back out front to Brower. Hands it off to Knudsen out high. Now she passes it off to Chavez. Now she gets it to a cutting Polens, and she is going to be fouled on the layup. So we will see who that goes on. I believe that is going to go on Maddie Griffith, her 2nd. 18 fouls on Fort Morgan, 7 on the Tigers. That free throw was up and good by Polens. She is...
What's she averaging tonight?
She in this 4th period, she is 3 of 3 so far from the free throw line.
That was a nice arc.
So that one up and also good. So 4 of 4 from the free throw line for Brooke Polens. That makes it a 20-point lead here for the Lady Tigers with 1:38 to go. Fourth period. Griffith to Christensen. Christensen picks up her dribble back to Griffith, over to Nussman. Cross-court pass to Christensen. Griffith dribbles down, now is going to kick it back out to Griffith, to Lewis into the lane. That Lewis' shot is going to be a flat shot off the rim and no good. She gets her own rebound out of Mussman. Mussman's going to be a foul called on the pass. And that is going to be on Taylor Knudsen, I believe. Be her third. So Riley Bauman will go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. Be her first trip to the line tonight. With 1:05. What a high arc that is. Off the front of the rim and no good. Rebounded by Mussman now to Lewis. Lewis with the head fake. They're going to call her for a travel. So turnover by the Mustangs here with just under a minute to play here. 58.8 seconds. And Chavez walks the ball up slowly. Gets it across half court, being guarded by Griffith. Now gets it over to Huss out on the high right wing. Now over to Polens. 35 seconds left here. 20-point lead for the Lady Tigers, 44-24. As they're going to just pass this ball around here and run the clock out. We're down to 20 seconds. As they do the weave out at the top. Now over onto the far side. It's like they're just going to run this out down to 10 seconds. And they're going to have a foul called on Abby Mussman. Will be her third. And that will send Taylor Huss to the line for the 1-and-1. So 8.8 seconds left, and that free throw is up and good.
There's only so much you can do with just trying to run that clock out. So sometimes you just got to foul it just to try to get possession of that ball again.
So 1 point on the night for Huss. That free throw up and good. Mustangs get the ball in court. Christensen on the far side, and she's going to lose the ball out of bounds, but knocked away by Chavez. So Christensen to inbounds far side. They get it out to Griffith, now to Mussman. Mussman's going to take a shot, and that is going to be off of the front of the rim and no good. So this game comes to an end here with the Lady Tigers winning it 46-24. We will be back with the post-game show on B106 and B106.com. This Fort Morgan Mustangs post-game show is brought to you by Morgan Community College. Find out why Morgan Community College is the best choice for your higher education. Visit MCC online at www.morgancc.edu or stop by the campus for a personal advising session. MCC, here to help you imagine your possibilities, believe in yourself, and achieve your goals. And we're also broadcasting on Facebook Live at the moment for this post-game show, and the Mustangs go down by a score of 46-24. We'll give you the scoring here for the game. The scoring goes like this. Brooke Polens with 10, Kylie Chavez with 11, Taylor Knudsen with 7, Taylor Huss with 2, Kendall Feather with 4, Cassidy Paxton with 2, Abby Brower with 2, and Luft, see her first name, number 12, Lauren Luft with 8 for their 46. They were also 12 of 20 from the free throw line. Lady Mustang scoring was Kaylee Manzano with 3, Allie Christensen with 6, Kelsey Shaver with 2, Hallie Shaver with 5, and Haley Lewis with 8. For the Fort Morgan Mustangs, 24 points. They were also 4 of 10 from the free throw line tonight. Shot 1 free throw in the second half, and that was by Riley Dowman, and that came up short there in the fourth period. So the Mustangs go down here 46-24. I think Corey has a few numbers for us from the second half.
All right, so let's start with the rebounds for tonight. The Mustangs had 23 rebounds, and the Lady Tigers had 16. Different story on the turnovers. The Lady Mustangs had 22, and the Lady Tigers had 10. So, I mean, that's obviously the difference right there. I mean, Mustangs playing class, they're ranked third in the state, so that's really where it comes down to. I mean, they put up a heck of a fight tonight, but it was the turnovers, and the Lady Tigers put up a heck of a zone defense, and they couldn't pull it out tonight. But I got to give them props. They put up a heck of a fight tonight.
Yeah, that was they did a good job against the number 2 ranked team in 3A. So good job by the Lady Mustangs. And I did come up short tonight, but still early in the season. So we will now pick a Fort Morgan Mustang player of the game, and that is brought to you by Transwest Chevrolet Buick, serving Northeast Colorado and now located in Fort Morgan and Sterling. Stop by and take a test drive. They have a great selection of new and used vehicles, or browse our website, transwestchevroletbuick.com. So, Mr. Riddle, who are we going to go with tonight?
I think I got to go with Haley Lewis tonight. She was in there. I mean, on her own rebounds, when she was trying to make the shot. I mean, other rebounds, she was in the crowd, and she put up a heck of a fight, and I got to give it to Haley Lewis tonight.
So we will go with Haley Lewis for our player of the game. So Mustangs put up a fight, but come up short tonight as the final score once again is 46-24 Sterling. Nice job tonight by our producer and engineer Tristan Reyes. For Corey Riddle, this is Brian Nickel. Once again, the final score, Lady Tigers 46, your Lady Mustangs 24. You've been listening to Fort Morgan Mustangs basketball and watching on Facebook Live on B106 and B106.com. Good night, everybody.
Good night.